Yes, my father was present. I actually had a beautiful relationship with my father growing up, but at some point it changed.
Oops.
At some point it changed. I don't know what happened. My father became abusive, so I had a very abusive childhood.
I go call, but you no go pick your phone. Tell me where did I go wrong? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll be on the phone. Oh, oh, on the phone. Baby, I've been calling you. Wagwan.
Hey everyone, it's your girlfriend 10X.
This love, it choke. Eh, no, it joke. Oh. It choke, oh, it choke, oh, it choke. What's up, guys? It's your favorite girl, Sefa. Catch me on the female show with my favorite girl, Tilly Eke Nipa. Make sure you're watching. Mwah.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl AJ Kimura in the building, and catch me this Saturday on the female show with Tilly. Keep it locked.
Why yo, hey, why yo, oh, oh. What's up, everyone? My name is Adina Thembi, and you're watching the female show on Oneplay. Stay tuned.
Normally, on this set, the female show, it is only one dark presenter that you see seated here, normally hosting a horde of fair ladies, whether musicians or not. But today, I have another person I like so much because she is dark like me. And then she is also a presenter. I have with me MC Yeboah of Bright TV. She is very vocal about issues. I'm sure you've seen her video trending somewhere on social media because she has Ghana at heart, but she has a profession too at heart too. So today we are going to explore everything MC
Every
Yeboah.
aspect, right?
Every.
Okay.
From school to where you go to fix the country and all of that.
Hey, Randy.
We'll talk about it.
Right,
But
no
I
problem.
mean, we can't mention your name without ignoring the MC.
Right.
Which means you're a professional.
Oh, of course, yes. I think I've always had the passion for media. I mean, I love to talk. When somebody asks me, what do? I say I talk for a living. So the MC being in front of my name, my full name actually is Gifty Nana Yeboah. But I don't like to use the Christian name because I still feel like, you know, that slavery thingy. Why should I use a Christian name? I'm an African woman. So I decide to use Yeboah.
But the MC is also
The MC is actually a master of ceremony. Minimum. Okasamafua. Something like that. So the MC is a master of ceremony because when I started media way back in school, I used to do MCing. I actually attended Nifa Senior High School for my senior. I attended Achimota Preparatory from junior high school. I mean, from crèche to junior high school, then continued with Nifa Senior High. I went to Rabodef to do radio broadcasting. After that, I went to GIJ to study, you know, journalism in, you know, the whole thing. But I've worked with Radio VOM, Atlantis Radio, Rainbow Radio, and then Atinka Media Village, and now at Bright TV. Yes, so that's it.
You have your CV is very rich.
Me build a portfolio.
For you as a dark person, I mean, I am pretty new in the space, but there were things I met as a dark-skinned girl that were shocking to me. Did your color cause any form of or become any form of hindrance to you in this journey?
Oh yes, it did. Actually, like I said, growing up, I knew this is what I wanted to do. Like, it was just easy for me. And when I'm doing this, I don't feel like I'm working because I'm happy doing it. Now, one time, I think in school, in Achimota, we went for a program, I think at is it the Roman Catholic, I don't really remember, years ago. And I was supposed to host the show, because I think it was a junior high school show where kids are displaying
Also,
their
the
talents.
MC, it's a long childhood
Oh yes. So I went to stand there, and after I finished delivering whatever I was, there was this woman sitting there, and she looked at me some way, and how she looked at me was like she's sort of disgusted. Let me use the word. So after the show, then she walked up to me. She said, "This, as for this kind of things, it's not for you. If you want to be doing this kind of thing, you have to look fair, you have to be slim, and all of that." And trust me, especially when you're a child growing up and you know what you want to do, and you have people who try to limit you or say things to you that is going to get to you, it makes you stuck. Because after the woman said that to me, she made me believe that is the standard in media. And so I'm like, okay, I'm not slim, I'm not fair, so I can do it. So for a number of years, I was not practicing what I loved, what made me feel like myself. I was not doing it. So yes, at a point it was a problem. You go for an interview or something, you know that you can do the job, because I've gone for a number of movie auditions before. With Lucky Lawson.
Story of my life.
Yeah. Lucky Lawson, some time ago, years ago, I think somewhere in Asylum Down, they did a movie audition where I went. I can act as well, but you know, I'm not a professional actor.
Oh no, I did acting in school.
Okay,
so
I didn't do.
Me too. They never casted me because I was too small. I was too dark. I was
too smallish, right?
Oh,
so yeah, basically that's it. At a point, people were telling me I'm not beautiful enough to be on the screen, and so that was why I started radio, because I know I have the voice. You can't take it from me.
You do.
So behind radio, nobody's going to see you. And then social media, but you know, when we are doing radio, we are doing Facebook Live and all of that. So people see you. Before, you used to hear the voice, but you don't know the person behind the voice. And so sometimes someone can listen to you, and when they say, are you the one who talks on radio? You look different. That's how it is. So I found my sort of safe haven behind the microphones. But whatever that woman said to me, she didn't know that she was actually building me to be who I am today.
that was a random person giving you that forecast. How about the family? Were they also not sure you can make it because of your skin? Or?
No, not at all. Because my mom actually, when I started radio, I think with this media job, you know, you're going to meet some sort of hindrances, some sort of things that is going to scare you away and all of that. So I ventured into HR. I was doing HR. I worked with Linnaeus Services for some time, studied, you know, did practicing on HR and all that, went on to work with Airtel Tigo, and then I came back to Atinka Media Village. I was HR. Now my mom will call me all the time since I stopped doing radio. It's like, I don't like this job that you're doing. This is not what you're supposed to be doing.
Oh, wow.
You need to be behind the screens. You need to be behind the microphones. That is what you have to do. And so my family, my mom and all of that, they were very supportive. But you see, I'm a stubborn girl. One thing, I'm very stubborn, and they know me for that. And so they understand me. My family was really never a problem in my career, not at all.
You keep saying my mom and all of that. You don't say my father. Was he present?
Well, yes, my father was present. I actually had a beautiful relationship with my father growing up, but at some point it changed.
Oops.
At some point it changed. I don't know what happened. My father became abusive, so I had a very abusive childhood growing up. You know, my father, you know, I have a mark on my face. Yeah, my father gave me that mark.
I was about to say abusive is kind of broad, but showing me
abusive as in
whether verbal, physical, and
verbal, physical, both. And I think at one point when it was either I had completed SHS or I was still in school. So I came back from home, and then, you know, my father in one of his episodes wanted to carry out his anger on me, and I stood and I fought with him. Yes, I fought with him, like, you know, going back and forth and fighting. I remember that time, not woman, I'm saying me a woman cry. Funny, but that's my life, that's my story, and I thank God I had to go through all of that because it's made me the woman I am today. And you know, at that point now, we fought, and I told him that you can never touch me again. I will not allow you to touch me again. Ever since then, I moved out of the house at a very early age after that experience. Because of the experiences I was having with my father, I wasn't really happy at home. So I would always go and stay with friends, or I'll go out and I come back late in the evening and all of that, because I really didn't find any happiness at home. And so I went out a lot, and in so doing, so Mami be share in Krofwa, Sebe, there are certain things that if unya sa covering from our parents and
That's true.
but in all of that, I always say thank you to God, because if I didn't go through all of those things, I wouldn't be here today.
I'm so sorry about your father.
It was fine.
But can you recall one incident that's maybe something you said, something you did? I mean, this thing on your face is an indelible mark, and I'm sure you remember.
But it makes me prettier, though.
Yeah. It's really cute, though.
Well, one thing, I think one of the episodes that I remember is, I think my father had gone to work. And then anytime my father is coming, and at that time we were living in a compound house in Accra, New Town. So when my father is coming back from work, and people will be like, hey, oh, Papa, we are scared. So we have to hide and all of that. And there was this time I had not done my homework or something like that. So my father came back from work. I didn't know your homework yet. Your homework. Oh, then the beating started. I actually loved it. And you know, when they are beating you, you'll be shouting.
There was my mother.
When they are beating you, you'll be shouting. So you will have your neighbors come around. But this time around, the door was locked. So even if the neighbors come around, you can't go out.
And you can't come in.
And they can't come in. So you are there. So throughout the back and forth, I managed to escape some way, somehow. And I think that was one of the incidents that really sticks out. One time too, so Mikochi, then again, I'm not happy at home. So Mikochi, and when I came back home, my father was like, why have I gone out to Namaba by this time? That day, Obome Papa. I remember very well that my eye was swollen. So if you look at my face very well, you see that one of my eye will form kakra. If you look at my eyes very well, this one, it will form kakra and we was so. As a result of that, but I mean, in all, we give thanks to God.
Whenever you hear that Father's Day is coming, what feeling do you get?
Oh, well, even though I don't hate my father, don't get me wrong though, I love him, I still love him, but I mean, he's a man of his own, and whatever it is that he was going through at that point, I don't know. Maybe he's yet to explain, because remember, it was not always like that. When I was a child, I was very close with my father. We had a very beautiful relationship, so I don't know what happened in course of the marriage with my mom, or I don't really know, because I was a child. But when Father's Day is coming, let me not lie. I won't sit here and lie, because it is not a day that I'm excited to pick up a phone and call my father. I don't call him. Right? But I've had father figures in my life. People that were not my biological parents, but still catered for me as their child. And so it makes me happy to be able to call those people and say, Happy Father's Day. So I really I don't hate my father. I just wish that maybe, just maybe, he can apologize to me so that we move on.
Hopefully it will happen one day.
Let's just hope so.
And did that incident with your father all the time change your relationship with men? Did you used to hold back a bit, or you actually were looking for that thing you didn't get with the dad, so you were more accepting as compared to being closed?
You know why I'm laughing?
Why are you laughing?
I think somewhere last month, I actually met someone that, we're talking about life, and he asked me the same question you're asking me. Well, I wouldn't say my relationship with my father has affected my relationship with men. It's made me stronger, though. It's made me, I can't stand abuse in any form, right? And I think, at that point where I left the house to start my own life, because after senior high school, I started working. I became independent very, very early. And so at that point, I would say it's my willpower to grow. And because even though Sena Sebi, many zongo phone and I was a rough girl. I was really rough. If people who know me from my past, when you hear them speak about me and you compare that to me now, you realize that there's a huge difference. Glory be to God. It was my willpower to grow, the grace of God, and knowing that I am not meant to stay whatever baby and I be fino. meaning saying your honor was a metinada. And so I always wanted to do better in life. What he has here. So really, although yes, that abusive relationship with my father, it hurts me. I think say and no can be na my mistakes be my abba. But then it really didn't affect my relationship with men. But one thing I can't stand in a relationship is when you abuse me. I will leave. If I get married today to the richest man on earth and he slaps me today, I will leave him today. Because I can't stand abuse. And so I think say enona ebia abuwa me, but in really it doesn't. I don't look for a father in a man, Yeah, but I'm attracted to older men. I don't know if and also come on there.
If you are young and you're watching and you have an abusive parent, trust me, it's not the end of the world. You can actually morph or grow out of it and become this lady sitting by me. You can become her, you can become more, she has a lot of plans, I'm sure, for the future. You can become that and more too. Now let's talk about after you finally overcame all of that and entered the media space.
Right.
What was that shock for you?
The shock.
Something you heard like, and you're like, what?
Well, Unim said, Debiani Akase Abrabonu Bedu baby, I wish I say food baby. And because of the experiences I have had, because of it,
It can be.
To me, but because of the experiences I have had, not in Yema and Yemewawa. Oh yeah, not in Yema and Yemewawa. But one of the things that really shocked me, one radio station I work with, Mimbodi, I started working on air, and there was this guy who was there before me. So when I got there, and I was doing a brunch show by then, and my show was doing so well because my voice, then again, I have a radio voice. So I was doing so well, and then, this guy started developing some sort of, should I use the word jealousy or something like that? And my CEO too liked me because I was doing well. And so he really liked me. That kind of relationship. Because I know what son me buy. Favor. No.
It's called MBA syndrome. Syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you wanna watch me. So at a point, na fe guy me huye nehi. Enti me be adwuma mu kra na ono no be wie ne morning show ansa na me maba. Meba na bi obewie ne morning show na phone lines were disconnected, and now those things that will make the show not go on. But ni ne mu no said I medi kan so woni ni partner na so wusua ni pasua eya na nyema anya ohomasa. Yeah, in this media space, although sometimes you hear something like, oh, really? But at the end of the day, I don't expect too much from people. And yeah, me tibi, but it doesn't get to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
The stories you've heard so far from artists, you interview artists, whose story did you find not good at all?
Not good as in how? When you say not good?
As in an interview with somebody, something they said that put you off as a woman and as a person, even though you're an artist now, we love our artists, as if you're kind, it puts you off, but probably you couldn't react because you were the host of the show.
One thing is that I always, if I have to react, I will. That is who I am. And you see, I like to describe myself as confident and fearless. People, in Africa, we tend to make respect look like exactly. But I'm not like that. I'm not like that. No. I'm not like that. I speak my mind. I say my mind respectively. That is who I am. So I think I've never had that experience, because if you say it and I don't like it, I will question you. I would ask. I would want to understand why, from your point of view, why you're making this submission. I want to understand. Not necessarily attacking you, because and then I want to understand the to me conclude on that. So yeah, but so onipa many the bon koma bi ana many I think DKB, where we were talking about women and abuse and all of that. But he really made some solid submission, brilliant submissions that I think society do baby we talk about abuse, and it's all in favor of the women. But sometimes too, you can never tell how a person will react to your action. Enti ebi a oba bi wo honom a senia ono wo bekasa obedi do what ebi a na oba no kwa na ebe tininsa abo kane. But because we ye be man wo react na ebi a onsa ko kane kakra bi pe you see hey wabono. And so I think yeah, he made that submission. I felt it was really brilliant. We need to also educate women. So the fact yes, ebi a be man who odin bro oba so no so nchire se wo so kwana kwagege be man because onu so ye nipa. So you don't want to say things that will emasculate a man. I don't believe in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a presenter, are you that kind of presenter that goes for conversations or controversies?
Hey, this question. I think that, well, I go for both. Okay. I go for both. You see, when you focus too much on controversies too, you sort of lose you sort of lose what you're trying to achieve, depending on what you want though. But I don't believe in you are trying to attack people just to get fame or attack people so that people know that hey, get away. By nature, no, you see how I'm talking to you, that's how I talk. That is me. I mean, when people see my videos on social media, they're like, who is this girl? Why is she shouting? That is me.
I said that is me.
Yes, that is me. When the camera is on, when the camera is off, I am the same person. Unlike my friend Monaguchi, when the camera is on, she's lively and bubbly. But when the camera is off, I'm telling you guys today, Monaguchi is one of the boring human beings on earth. She is quiet. She's always at home watching cartoons. She doesn't go out. She doesn't do nothing. So that is Mona for you. But when you see her on screen, you think that, hey, get away. But no, she's a very reserved, beautiful soul and sweet. But me, what you see on TV is what you get in person.
So all the problems she's gotten into so far, it's things she said on TV, not off TV.
Oh, of course, yes. Mona is a sweet, amazing girl. You should meet her in person. You love it. She even feels lazy when talking. That's the kind of person she is. But when I go on social media and I see all these comments and people writing under, and I'm like, you guys don't even know this person. But then again, it's social media, so, you know. But I think that what you see on screen is what you get with me. Sana metie. I don't pretend, I don't fake. Into who can't semna se enyemida. Me culture, me try my own call. I will tell you right there and there. That's who I am.
Have you the DKB conversation, did it become some form of tumultuous confrontation on the show, or it was peaceful?
It was just two people exchanging ideas or exchanging opinions. It was not like, oh wow, no. We're just talking like you're talking to me. So you have your opinion, I have mine. So he shared his, and I also shared mine. And yeah, so it was not really confrontational. No, it was not.
Okay. Now that you have the blessing, I don't know why I'm enjoying myself so much on the set. Like, it feels good though. I think I should allow presenters to pass through more, because half of the job gets done when there's a presenter.
You know, you don't have to talk too much.
Okay, so you said with you, what you see on screen is what you get off screen. And then you talked a little bit about how controversy move it and all. There's another side of you too that I've seen off screen, but in front of a camera, that you were passionately talking about something. Right. Now let's make the conversation from having a good conversation as a presenter, and then controversy even on and off screens too for you. Okay,
so having a good conversation as a presenter, I think your key thing for me as a presenter is to make your guests feel at home. You just have a conversation with them. I mean, if you come to me and I make you feel good, you will open up to me, right?
Are you feeling good though?
Oh yes, I am.
Please, let's talk.
When you come to me and I make you feel good, you will want to open up to me. So when I ask you anything, you will talk. But like I don't smile, nothing, and I start asking you questions. You'll be, stiff. So you do a little bit of both. You have to. Now my former boss, we know catch me say, so when you need juma, kakra now don't say so you have to do a bit of both, because controversy then again sells in this space we find ourselves. So I also, however, I don't believe in butchering people in an interview, because the person doesn't want to answer. You move on. You don't want to stay there and be like, oh, you have to answer. No, sometimes it gets
becomes annoying.
Exactly. So yeah, you do a little bit of controversy, kakra, conversation, kakra, fun, kakra. I try to, whilst even sometimes in the interviews I do, whilst the person is saying something serious, controversy, not maka joke, just to ease the tension. And then I quite remember recently me interview Patrick Sappho, former I think say actor. I mean, he's still an actor, but now he's an evangelist. And we were talking about his life and how Ofi Sinichejumema to say also your suffer. I mean, I was asking him about his sex life on TV. But when you watch the full interview, the way I miss Fabusan, he didn't even realize he was talking about his sex life. You understand? I mean, he went as far to talk about how many women he slept with, more than 100 or even less. So it's like, yeah, it's something personal to the person. I'm sure you've had experience where you ask presenters, oh, are you dating? Are you going to be like, oh, no, it's personal. And so you have to respect that. It's,
you don't push it.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're smart enough, there's a way you can go about it. Now they will blow their cover. But for you, oh, I don't want to. Oh no, tell me. Oh no, that thing. When I'm watching as a presenter, it's an eyesore. I won't do that to another person.
Sometimes you can roughly say, oh, now one can't share me. Oh, they can't share me. But then, I mean, if he says, oh no, then you just move on to the next. So it's just you do a little bit of controversy, a little bit of conversation, and yeah, the two marry. So.
One very controversial video I've seen you in was bit sharp obedience. Obenwa, can you be shinning someone?
Why the cancer seven?
Madam Mayo, praise catch your Prince David or say.
What did you say, Prince? Meaning the choir, sorry, back. Yeah, we go to the same church, Royal House Chapel.
It's when you're translating on Sunday.
Oh, Debbie. I mean, first of all, let me say, you see, say a young colano. Nah. Oh, fear na say we do seven kwase asema. Hame be catch us say we be me and come dey say chi be twa ani so that kind of thing. But eno nkyere say obey. I mean, you and I know say me Gina Prince David saying him say me ba be bona. So obebu me akumi. But the thing is, I was speaking from a deep place. I was speaking with emotions. I think that my emotions got the better part of me. And so people who know me now, they know how vocal I am. I mean, this is not the first issue I've been very vocal about. When is it Brian Amwating, the two brothers who are pastors, when one came to say that coronavirus and yet church responsibility say you better hand sanitizer. I was the same lady who spoke about that issue that went viral. The following day they were sharing hand sanitizers and all of that. So that is who I am, because I am passionate about things that affect lives. And especially because I have been a victim. I have been through that. And with what I said with Prince, it's not like for real, but I don't regret anything I said to him. But it be another way I can't say me them and say she be trying to assume me I don't know. And try, but then again, Ghana phone him say it's not what I mean to say.
But have you heard from him afterwards?
Oh no, we don't have. I know him say you're quite sorry back, but on your madam for. What yes, yeah, on your madam for so.
Oh, okay. So you haven't sort of had any experience with him after to explain that? Oh, not like he hasn't also.
But do I owe him an explanation?
Maybe not.
I don't think.
But as you said, the slap part, it wasn't as
course,
literal as we thought.
Ankasa Prince on him say, "Oh, baby boy, I can slap you." But I don't think I owe him an explanation. Yeah.
Okay. Now to the matter that got you so gingered up has been the fix the country issue.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't sit here and ask you what has been your opinion, because we all know your opinion.
My opinion.
But looking at how the message is being conveyed by the youth, personally, I have my reservations. But today is all about you.
Right.
Do you think we are channeling the right information to the right people when it comes to this particular conversation?
You see, with this fix the country thing, right, is something that I think is something that the youth, we have to arise. Because you know why? Oh, say yeah, you're boy 83 ni sa ayi titino. Ye maame more time titino. Breno omen to me anye hwe na omen to me ankasa. ama amemu na nkoyie ne yen na womo wo yen ni abedu no we are the ones doing the fix the country because we are not fighting for ourselves, we are fighting for the next generation. You understand? Because after 64 years of independence na ushebe bia Ghana ye wona it's baffling. When you look at our systems, you look at health, you look at education, roads, schools, and all of that. No, so then again, I ask myself, "Into me babe wa ma sesebe, nyami pengu me wona me kabe bia, na me ban kwanku pie baby ya. Into sa te bia nkola e ne wo mote ateche ma wo musua de ni ade ade, enumu no be fana." Do you understand? I don't like to enrich myself at the expense of other people. And you know, we are saying this and we are expecting that the youth will forget about MPP and DC. Let's forget about the political affiliations and let's challenge our leaders to deliver. We are not instigating violence. The American patriotism say, although say we are fix the country, you know, a bit more fun, but we are not enye no ni yepesi ye butaya yepesi ye adia yepesi ye say yepesi my leaders ni who say amemo ni nkoye maybe I want nkoye utia rent. Do you pay rent?
Me tia but me tia other things with the thing that
and you know as a young girl wabobra, right? When si so be our salary kakra boso me so how much are you saving? And then you trap month ni ma I say you call we are in May, right? Yeah. May a 5th month. You cost it not just a fino ya pay mo mienu. So ya pay a fini mo mienu no. Na me yemo sheshe me wunim de ntia because me rent ba be so. Enti me savings am a year the entire year. Me sa de akwa kotua rent. Now so you see e wo bibi wo krom my friend rent control. What are they controlling? They are making an order to say. What are they controlling? Now omo rent control office one and cause omo tia rent 1 year 2 years. So you see, it's like a vicious cycle. So what we are saying is that we want our systems to be better because ebi awuti we o colleague, but ebi awu colleague no onya kwenya etu kwan kwama no ne a obeye yeja 10 times.
Oh, cry.
Ebi na adwuma na wo ye no, you even work more hours than he or she is doing. But onu benye sikeja edi entia because wo no wait sika woje wa hakra no uyi wakati afim wo yoba ubebo uti ubeye makeup ube shatari ubeye nails ebia ubeto fiesiesie wo dem kaka ubewie na kapre woni bi. And you know this is not about say bia you can say youth to fix the country nti na ebi mudi ebi o ye MPP ni o ye NDC. No, it's not about that. It's about the future generation because say sebe ye mu bia nsori anyina ho ankasa amma ye mpanimfo no so antie yen asupema. Ebi ana 5-10 years from now no ebi ansuo kra ye bekra 5-10 years from now no ebi ana ye youth no omo ni na omadane hook up girls and I say mema no dodo na so edgy sikedru. This is the country we live in. We have people as young as 14 omo kwaji sikedru. For what reason? 14, you have to still be in school learning and all of that, but then nkwala no obi ani ebie obi apesikantem obi anso mpese obeye adwuma because adwuma no kra ukoye aketua ne yes. Exactly. And so the fix the country thing is aseme very sensitive. And ade nso we say ye mpanyimfo no omo fa na wo mutie yen omo tie ya sopem na bibi nsesa because if the change happens you will feel it. You understand? One can say the anhoche no o feel no sana change no so ba o be feel it. You make an what I say.
I want to pick your mind on something and then we can end this conversation. Right. Okujeto Ablakwa says that there should be a ban on our politicians, our public official politicians, going outside to go and seek for medical attention.
Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa and Honorable Sam George, welcome to our world. This is what we've been living with for years. Adiwe is not new. It's no news. We've been living with this situation for years. We have hospitals, pediatricians come more hospitals. Ejuma wese womu yeno, womu nye, omu ntumi nye because in Akadia wese omu nya de ye ejuma they can't. Ene doctor ni ako school asuya or ye doctor. and over call doctor in office or throw letter or your fundraising or you say just because a person will boa and conform. So yes, banning our public officials, our politicians from going abroad to seek medical help, it's good. But then again, is it going to work here? Will they do it here? What I'm saying and hoping and praying for, say, if he gets the chance to go back to Parliament, he should go and express that feeling now when you're because a kola 12 years a year, you have to pick up a phone, make several calls just to get a bed. But this is no news. It's been happening for I personally, you see, why this thing comes from a deep place. I personally lost a close friend because there is no hospital bed.
Hey.
Oh yes. And you know, yeah, he's shared his opinion on it, but on one kasankasa munubusani so on one kasakasa mwene o yare na se de na ko hospital na surgery no kwako yo nyanya ontu kwan ya na busano.
On this note, I will be leaving you.
No, but I mean, before we leave Ukrampon, I wanted to share something about Ghana Mebunu, so the youth and then all of us. You have the platform, please do. We are not the normal target. I wanted to talk about religion and how it's making an impact on how it's having an impact on our lives. I feel say religion it's made us stuck. It's made us timid. It's limited our ability to think as people. It's limited our ability to even work effectively and hard to make money as Ghanaians. Because obi had the religion. We sorry, I will continue sorry them and no pay we anymore. We better to shop mark sorry them. I could bomb by if we are no pay besi anymore. We are better not the wasage of them if we move trains and yakupon beton so it doesn't work like that. I think it's high time, and especially the youth. That is what I'm passionate about. It's good to have a religion. It's good to believe in something. But don't let that take away your ability to think effectively. Because yes, empire nechine dien na woye. Nyankopon kra di kan ka say osoro boa de oboa ne ho.
Ense nye adwuma.
Endidi. What you say? And God Bible na ye kan ho asem no. Ono aka tro say I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Or say the one that lives in me no is bigger than enti na ene wonnim se Nyankopon ti wo mu. Now wuti wo fear. I mean ka asem obi nkwa sorry I don't know. But you can have access to God at any time in your life. We don't have to let religion cloud our ability to reason as people. To reason as people. Religion, em said, and look can be in Ghana yentumi nkoye nimno. Because we are so religious, but look at countries like Dubai. Look at countries, are they? But look at where they are now.
Oh, Dubai, I think it's the Islamic, Muslim kind of. They are
but then their countries are womun nyankopon.
Well, are we talking about religion? Because we have the traditional, or it's the Christianity, no? Because
Christianity ne can be. Are we
looking at religion holistically being an impediment to common sense for Ghanaians, or the Christianity part of it, because Dubai, we are very religious. Certain things, trade that we overlook here, it can pass there, but they have also developed exponentially in their space. Other countries too like that. And a religion, whether traditional, whether Islamic, whatever it is, and I see a problem holistically. And I say it's a Christianity particular one. I know who intolerant one. No more problem.
No say maybe say me can say Christianity because Muslim right. We be in the shop now. What in the shop? Or better in the shop a bomb pie 5 times a day. On to the shop en kasa me kwa sorry. Ya make an patchot ultima.
Me who be that about kokro will be at na shop no.
Na wo mo be it na hono. Onye ni debia. O Christo ni be kwa sorry Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, or better fie kura. Saturday or better fie. Aye aduane ama ne mane ne kunu no obekọ prayers. Nya make an ultima say, but Muslim no, I don't really know a lot. It's not Muslim community, but meaning say yeah na days be wo hono ma omo ye mass gathering e wo mosque near their day Fridays no omo ko near their day. But sebio ube hu say Muslim be a shop. Christian be show omu no mu sum nyango omu no mu come so Muslim ni be ye na Christian ni ye edie be ntia we jawa sorry wo wi a wasesa wo sike ni na se mirikwa ma osofo ena dadie ena de why say ma tontoma poma fa me se fa mami nso me ke wo ma me kra wo nhye na atare me ke wo papa krampo wo ntumi ma ne 1 cedi but wo tumi atam sika e de akwakoma wa sorry penny osofo ne tia sorry de bia preach say receive it you will prosper receive it also that so now from osofo ne ti Rolls Royce. So I think sir we need to we say ya dream obie. I'm not saying it's a religion ye mo obie and jimanu sibone. I'm not saying it's a Christianity ye. You can be that. You can worship God. You can have all of that. But make sure say adwene na ye adwuma.
Let me even help you. Bible no asemba ko ka for lack of wisdom my people perish. Exactly. For lack of the Holy Spirit wisdom it also nyame no finance ka ho.
No.
Yes, I will perish.
Mama,
One play. At class to your music.